What's going on, everybody? Greetings from Los Angeles. I wanted to take a moment and share with you some things that I've been reflecting on. So, why is it that we get stuck? Why is it that intelligent, high performing, successful, really generally capable people still continue to fall into the same traps? They get stuck in the same stuff again and again. What is it that they're missing? What is the blind spot? What I've come to see is that we all have blind spots because who we are, our personality makeup, is actually something that's written by our interpretation of situations that have happened to us. A situation happened to us in our past. We assigned it a meaning, and then we created a set of behaviors on top of that meaning. So if you got yelled at by your parents and you took it as the meaning of I'm not wanted, then you'd create a whole bunch of behaviors around that new belief, I'm not wanted, right? If you gave your report card and your mom said, why is that a B and not an A? And you suddenly feel, oh, I'm not good enough, then you'll create a bunch of behaviors around trying to be good enough, trying to show you're good enough, being stuck in this constant pendulum between valuable and worthless. When we look deeply into our lives, we'll see that we have a number of these all concurrently running in our system, in our brains. But these behaviors that we create, then they create an identity. They create who you are. They create your life and also what you experience in your life. So over the last 20 years, I've been working with people, and I've narrowed this down to what I call the monk codes. And I call these codes because it's the same way like a computer code. It's a code that's written and then programs run out of these codes. And if you want to change the programs, the behaviors, you have to change the codes, the beliefs underneath. So the codes, the monk codes, there's 7 of them. The first one is the code of value. It's the sense of being worthy, being unworthy, deserving. This is a code that also resonates into our deeper life and our financial world, into how we treat ourselves, into our hygiene. It's the code of feeling worth and value or not. The second code is the code of creation. Do I feel capable to create? Am I feeling creative, like things are flowing from me, like I can create the life that I want, or am I feeling stuck? Am I feeling blocked, like I can't really do the things I'm trying to do? The next one is the code of power. Do I feel powerful? Do I feel confident, and do I feel competent, and do I feel able? Or do I feel helpless? Do I feel unsure? Do I feel like I cannot affect the changes that I need to? The next code is the code of love. Do I have a sense of love in my life, in my world? Do I feel connected to what I'm doing? Do I feel grateful? Do I feel an emotional connection to my world and to what's happening? Or do I feel cut off? Do I feel a sense of regret or sadness or grief that seems to always be there, except I'm not sure why? The next code is the code of expression. This is our ability to communicate thoughts and words and ideas, to communicate needs and beliefs. Am I allowed to communicate, and am I not allowed to communicate? Am I afraid of the repercussions of the things that I say? Am I holding my tongue? So allowing ourselves to communicate or not. Do we feel like we're able to communicate? That is the next code. After that is the code of seeing. Do I have a vision for my life? Do I understand what's happening? Do I feel lost and confused? Right? Do I feel like I understand the next steps, or do I not? Do I feel like a mental block? Right? So the code of seeing is the ability to have a clear comprehension of what's going on or not. And lastly, it's the code of purpose. Do I have a clear sense of my purpose, my orientation, my direction, or do I feel completely adrift? Do I feel abandoned here alone by the universe and I don't know why? So these 7 codes represent also parts of our body. They represent different emotional patterns. But Mainly, what they are is that they are you. They are the personality that's been created. And the way that it's created is that we have certain experiences when we're younger and we assign those the meanings. The meanings we assign to experiences. I'm going to keep saying this again and again because I'm trying to drill this point into your head. The meanings that we assign create beliefs, and those beliefs create our behaviors, and those behaviors create our identity, and they create the life that we see. For instance, I had a client, and her parents used to always yell at her, and they would tell her, that she was being too loud and to kind of go to her room. And the truth is that her parents were just really overwhelmed. They were fighting with each other. They were on the brink of divorce, and they just didn't have the emotional bandwidth for this kid right now. But my client, what she took that as is, I'm a burden. I'm not wanted. When I try to get connection, when I try to get my needs fulfilled, I'm told to go away. So she took on a belief of not having value. She took on a belief of not having power, not being able to create what she wanted to, not being able to express, not being able to connect to love. So all of these different beliefs started forming from these situations. And then she started disconnecting, not trying to get love, not thinking that the love would come, that she'd be able to get love. Or she felt like she had to function and do a task, do something to get approval. She brought this same feeling of being a burden or being not enough or being unwanted into all of her relationships. And all of her new relationships, the partners that she chose would reflect to her the same thing, that the same pattern would keep continuing. Only when she was able to go back and start decoupling these emotions from these memories and these beliefs, and there's multiple anchors that she had because this was a pattern. Her parents treated her like that often. She started to open this up, and it started to give her a new sense of, wait a minute, I am worthy and I am deserving, I am valuable, and I can connect to people that I want in my life, and I have the ability to affect that change, and I know what I want. And suddenly she had direction and she had purpose and she felt power and she felt love and inspiration and she felt that she deserved it and she felt worthy. And suddenly she could see clearly that her parents' reality was not her reality. And it created a separation between her old worldview and her new worldview, that she put down who she was programmed to be, reprogrammed herself with new codes, and began living a new life. And now she feels happy, now that she feels connected, and now she really feels that she is able to be the person she wants to be, and she's doing great. I've worked with hundreds of people one-on-one in this way. I've worked with tens of thousands of people in group settings. There's nothing wrong with needing help. I went to a monastery for 8 years because I needed help desperately. I've had coaches throughout my life as well after that, and therapists and guides and friends. We all need that reflection. And the truth is that you also, you listener, you're here for a reason. You're probably feeling stuck in some way as well. You're in a thing and you want to move forward, but you don't quite know how. This could whether be just like an inner feeling of stuckness. This could be like a depression. This could be like your life circumstances just shifted and you need to create something new in yourself, whatever it is. So what I'm going to offer you right now is a workbook. And it is the Monk Codes workbook. I've recently created this, and it helps you identify exactly what areas you're feeling stuck, getting really clear on what's going on in your life, and then also you can start to look at how to take next steps, how to change those codes. So reach out to me if you'd like to work together one-on-one. I'm happy to lead you through this. I have a 100% success rate as of now. And otherwise, check out the Monk Codes, check out the workbook, and I hope that you find the support you need. Thanks for listening.